Breaking news. Jayron Kearse. Who next? It's your brother from another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but I keep it cool with each and every last one of you all. It's a 2-year, $10 million deal. Yeah, Cowboy Nation, let's go. We're live from Law Nation Studios, from my mouth to your ears. Let's go. I said earlier, the Cowboys got money. They sitting on it. They need to get to work. They must be listening. Let's go. Yup. Say, ain't no party like a Cowboy party. Yup. Win, lose, or draw, baby. Let's go. Come on. It's about time. If you don't like this, you must be out your goddamn mind. Let's go. Imitated but never duplicated, baby. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on. Really appreciate you guys for jumping in. The name is Law Nation. As we proceed to give you guys what you need, I know it's been a minute since I've been live, like 95 up in this house, but hey, we back at it, man. I appreciate you guys for the wishes and the prayers and everything, and I really appreciate you guys all together. We still in that low spot, but the nation is always lifted from you guys and with you guys. So let's continue to talk about this situation. The Dallas Cowboys, they done fool around, and they finally signed Jayron Kearse, according to news, to a 2-year deal, $10 million. Now, should the Cowboys say, all right, we can go ahead and go home now. You know, we good. We got our guy. No. You still got to go out there and make things happen. There's 3 types of people in this world. Write this down. Someone that watch things happen, someone that make things happen, and someone that look around and say, what just happened? What's going on? And for a long time, for 25 to 26 years, or is it 27? We've been that team that been around and said, man, what just happened? You know, how is it possible? You know, that's how it goes. Appreciate you, Young Wilson. Thank you for the donation to help elevate the nation. I really appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that. Come on, AI. Let the AI speak on that one. Appreciate you so much. Shout out to you, Brent. So this deal, Cowboy Nation, is a situation that, come on, AI. Come on, there you go. Shout out to you, Burns. Appreciate you for jumping in. Shout out to you. Let me pull this up right quick so that you guys can see what they're talking about. And bam, here we go. So shout out to you, Cedric, for sharing. Sharing is caring. So what do this mean, Cowboy Nation? How do we get back to the graces of making things happen? And how do you get something in return from the guys that left? I hear the news and the noise. Yeah, the $5 million limit. Yeah, Cowboys execution. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. But let me see if I can pull up this thing all together. The next thing the Cowboys need to do is to either get appreciate this guy right here. This guy account right here. Let me pull up Gelkin. I think he had the numbers available for us. All right, so here we go. It is a 2-year deal, basically. $10 million contract for the Cowboys safety Jayron Kearse. Sources says the deal is worth a maximum of $11 million. Nice payday for the 2016.
Aloha and prayers for you.
Appreciate
Go Cowboys.
You. Appreciate
Take
you, Young
care.
Wilson. Appreciate you. She might say it multiple times because I pressed that button 2 or 3 times. So y'all bear with me.
Aloha and prayers for you. Go Cowboys. Take
Appreciate
care.
you. And shout out to you, money out of the you know what. Thank you for being a level 1 silver star player over there. Fills a number of roles for the Dallas Cowboys. One can argue that this man right here, Jayron Kearse, he is the linebacker for this team. He is the safety, the
Aloha
strong
and
safety.
prayers for
He
you.
is the
Go
guy
Cowboys.
that we can all
Take care.
take a look at and really say this is how you want your guys to play, especially as it relates
Aloha
to.
and prayers
Yeah,
for
she's gonna
you.
be talking all
Go
day, y'all.
Cowboys. Take care.
Appreciate you. I done flew around and hit that button about 4 or 5 times, so y'all bear with her. And we can all
Aloha
say
and prayers
that
for you.
this
Go
particular
Cowboys.
team,
care.
the way we are running and the way we're operating, you see, I can still do it. Appreciate you, young Wilson. But let me see, that'll probably be the last one. That should be the last one. But I appreciate you. One can argue that Jayron Kearse numbers was the best numbers we had as a safety in about, 15 years since Darren Woody. It could be that situation of that number of what we're looking at. And now all we got to do now, we got that, right? Let's put a check mark by it. We got a safety now. A strong safety, not a free. Well, hold on. I apologize. We did re-up Malik Hooker, right? We re-up Malik Hooker. We got Jayron Kearse. Our only 2 spots that we really need to really focus in, because I think our DBs are okay. A linebacker. And if you're really feeling froggy about Dante Fowler, your edge guy. And you can go with the young big body in the middle. Our defense can be straight, baby. Look, offense is the offense. But y'all know I'm defense, team defense all day, every day, baby. So the Cowboys really need to look into this thing and say, all right, cool. Wilson is still here. That's Donovan Wilson. I think that Donovan Wilson, he's on thin ice. He's really on thin ice because we all like Donovan Wilson, right? I like Donovan Wilson at free more than I like him down there strong, believe it or not. But really, if we look at everything on this team, let's go with the rest of the money that we got. We got a $10 million. Look, don't worry about. Let me go over the cap. Let me go over the cap so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Go to cap space. Yeah, we're in 4th place right by now. Until these numbers kick in, it may drop down. And $5 million from 26, regardless of what his signing bonus is, it could be like $3 or $4 million. I don't know. We still have north of, hear me out, Cowboy Nation, we still have north of $20 million. That is enough money to, even if you want to take the Honey Badger, even if you want to go get a Zadarius, a Jadavion, Bobby Wagner, you got enough money, baby. You know? And that is the reality of it. Shout out to you, young Wilson. Thank you so much, man, for the donation to help elevate this nation, baby. Yeah, we always late to the party. And I'm going to let the AI speak on that one as well whenever she do decide to speak. But you guys see what we got over here? We got enough money. We do. And this should be the thing right here, because we do know after June 1st we get an additional $10 million. So you shouldn't be saying, anybody saying, you know what, Law, we got to save money. We got to save money for the draft picks. No, you don't have to do that. Let me see. I got another tweet come in. Appreciate you. Let's see what we got here. Cowboys. PR. Let's go to Cowboys PR. They tweeted out something. Okay, this is official. Officially re-signed Luke Gifford. We already talked about that. Defensive end Dante Fowler. Okay, we talked about that in James Washington on Monday. The club also signed tight end Dalton. Okay, well, we already know he signed to the franchise tag. We wait. Oh, and I forgot about to say that. The moment this team, Cowboy Nation, signed Dalton Schultz to a long-term contract, baby, boy, we're going to have money pouring out of our eyeballs, baby. We got enough money, baby. And let me heart this and retweet it. And I don't want people to think that the reason why the Cowboys are not able to go out there to get any deals done because of Ezekiel Elliott's contract, because of Dakota Prescott salary. No, none of that is a situation nor a scenario. Cowboys need to get out of their feelings and make some things happen.
We always late to the FA party, but I hope we get our team tight. Steven needs to go back to being an engineer, not VP of football. Hell, we have an owner as a GM that's bad enough. Aloha, friend.
Appreciate you, young Wilson. And you're spitting nothing but the truth over here. All we got to do is get back on a horse and being at Willa and Dilla. Look, Jerry, you got more years behind you than in front of you, by the way. You know, I'm not saying that somebody's going to get to knocking at the door. We all going to have to go one way or another. But what I'm trying to say is collectively that this team, you got a window of an opportunity to go scoop up and snatch up a Zadarius or a Jadeveon, right? And one of those guys going to hit and get to the quarterback. And if you're feeling froggy about the back or what have you, yes, I get it. Fowler, he is pretty good. He was pretty good in the Rams land, you know. And I looked at Fowler's tape, and I was seeing everything I was looking for. Cowboy Nation, let me tell y'all, let me be 100 with you guys. Look, somebody said Wagner is washed. Man, come on, man. Wagner's not washed. But let me talk about this Fowler. He went and got drafted by Jacksonville Jaguars, which was a horrible team. And B New, if you're in the chat, I appreciate you, but the Jacksonville Jaguars were a horrible team. He went there for 3.5 years or what have you, immediately went to the Rams, right? When the Rams were trying to go all in 2000, and I think 18 and 19, he was there. And what happened is when you with the Rams, they had money flow issues too, but they going all in. They took a flyer at a guy who was a third overall draft pick. And he ended up having 11 sacks. Hear me out. They couldn't afford to keep him because they prefer to have other players on their team. Like, you know, your boy Donald contract was hitting, a whole bunch of whole things. You know, just look at the Rams roster in 2019. It was me. Now, fast forwarding to the 2020 season, the pandemic, right? And what happened was with that, every player, some players, majority of the players that performed well in 2020 were guys that was prepared more than others, right? But there were a lot of guys that didn't perform well in 2020. That's just the bottom line because it was the pandemic. Then you fast forward to the 2021 season, right? Just last season. The guy got back to the groove of things. He had 4.5 sacks. He's not that far removed from 2019, baby. I'm just being real with you guys. So the Cowboys might have found another diamond in the rough with Fowler, right? And I get it. If you want to be skeptical about it, you know, the old wait and see type of philosophy, I get it. You know, we can be that. But what the Cowboys need to do now with all of the money and the resources we have is continue to dig deep on that side. Let's go. Right? That's right, Trev. You got to continue to dig a little deeper. Keep digging. Where my shovel at? I need to go pull out my shovel. And you'll say, okay, I'm still not satisfied with Dorrance Armstrong. I'm still not satisfied with Fowler. And I know what the Cowboys really want to do. They want to look into this thing because they got Kearse signed, right? But they really want to hit that doggone draft. But the draft ain't until April, right? That's like a century from now. That's what they really banging on. They want to hit this draft. So if guys don't fall in the draft where they want to, then they can pivot and move back and say, okay, we get a Zadarius. Or we go get a Jadeveon. Or we go get the Bobby Wagner. And that's what they really wanted to do with Jayron Kearse. Man, dog, we'll holler at you after the draft. But what we want right now is technically, we want to hit this draft. We got Parsons. We got Jabril Cox, who we all high on. We read up LVE and Luke Gifford. But I'm going to tell y'all, baby, by you guys continuing to apply the pressure, y'all pushing P over here, y'all continue to push P, y'all continue to push P, y'all continue to push P. And they listen. Look, Cowboy front office is hearing you guys, y'all continue to push. Y'all continue to call them out, and everywhere they walk, they say, man, look, we wanted to wait after the draft, but, man, we got to go ahead and get these guys signed now. We got to go ahead and we got to. Yeah, we do. So that is what's going on. Collectively speaking, we are making noise even though we didn't make enough noise for them to feel the pressure to make any moves on day one. I get it, right? But, man, baby, we pushing. We pushing pay. And shout out to you, Derek. Shout out to you. So, and that's just what it is. And JPP, we need to be pushing him too. So, JPP, and I know, let me pull up his information. Let me see. Jason Pierre Paul. That's his full name. That's his government name, right? Woo! These numbers on. Let me go down and look at everything. Okay, 23 solo tackles, 7 assists, 1 forced fumble, 14 stops, 3 sacks, 18 hurries, 3 hits, 24 pressures. All right, so he played roughly. Don't give me the snap count right here. Pass rushing snaps 388, run snaps 164. And we ain't talking about the Nintendo. Appreciate you for the donation here. The Snow, appreciate you.
If we can bully an entire animation studio to redesign Sonic, we can bull the Cowboys front office to make moves.
The Snow, right? I appreciate you. Yo, I mean, that could be the situation. Jay Carter, what's good with you, man? Thank you for the donation as well.
Glad to have you back, Law. I hope all is well, Blue Heart.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Prayers go a long way, man, and I really appreciate you guys for sticking with me and sending me prayers and texting me. I really appreciate that, Cowboy Nation. We all have our pet cats in the draft. We all have our favorites. And this is something that I believe that the family been fighting for. Like the Cowboy family been fighting for, a certain caliber of player to come to this team. Whether it be, God dog it, a safety like the Honey Badger, or even if it's just re-signing Jayron Kearse. Now, we all going to look at Jayron Kearse. Look, let's go to his Twitter, man, and let's go to Jayron Kearse, man, and let's see. Jayron Kearse. Yeah. Now, hold on. We need to put, okay, you can put the Cowboys. There you go. I typed like one word per minute on that one. Okay, hold on. I'm in an awkward spot. Okay. What a blessing, you know. All right, let me cushion it a little bit. Yeah, what a blessing. Okay, you can now put the Cowboys back up on your social media accounts. Put an S on that. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know, I want y'all to go out there and let them know, man. Let them know, man. We need to see that silver and blue, baby. Oh, my gosh, man. Finally, right? It took me 10,000 words per hour almost. That's what it felt like. And this right here, Cowboy Nation, we need this right now to happen. We need some positive energy to come around with this thing because I get it. Other players listen to other players, and I want you guys to just leave the Randy Gregory stuff alone. Just leave it alone. Let Randy Gregory be over there in Denver, whether you agree with the Jones family or whether you agree with Randy Gregory. Now, if you're in the middle, if you feel froggy, then leap over there. I don't want no lukewarm Cowboy fans. We need to be all in on this thing. So if you all in, like I said last season, type all in because this is what we do, baby. This is what we do. Now, granted, we can't control the outcome of the game for number one, and we definitely can't control the situation with the Jones. Now, we can apply pressure to them. Now, whether they fold or not, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? But we continue to apply the pressure. But I be dog if we're going to sit here, make a pity party, and cry about it all through the off season. No. We got holes last year by the officials. And then we got holes last year about some of the injuries and the C-19 and all of that stuff. But that should be over. Oh, that should be over and done now. Because what I envision, this is my thoughts, that this defense going to get better. This defense is going to get better. Shout out to you, Michael. Appreciate you. This defense is going to get better. And when you play a style or the kind of caliber of defense, shout out to you, Lamb. Thank you for the 1,000 stars. Appreciate you. And shout out to your farm. Appreciate you for the 30 stars. Appreciate y'all for all the stars.
Tretter on a short-term deal would help the O-line out.
Say that again, Michael. Say that again, Michael. Appreciate you. Hey, say it again, AI. Shout out to you, Justin. Thank you for the 490 stars. Appreciate you on Facebook.
JC Tretter on a short-term deal would help the O-line out.
Oh, JC Tretter. Let's see where he got. Okay, he's on the free agent. Okay. Sheesh. 1 hit allowed, 10 pressures. Shoo! Hey. Cowboys, what's going on? Hey, man, this dude on the market? Let me pull him up, man. All of y'all pure football offensive line folks, man. Y'all didn't tell me about him. Let me pull up how much money he asking. Let's see about the money. How old Cat is. You know, let me pull this all the way around. Let me pull it all the way around. Yeah. Is it J.C. Tretter, right? Shoot, he sound like an offensive line. The Tretters is coming. All right, so he been in the league for 9 years. Okay, he 31. That's ain't that bad. All right, let me scroll down. Let me see what his money talking about. They don't have him on a. Let me see what he used to be making, you know. All right, so he started off with Green Bay. Mike McCarthy, you should know this dude, Daddy. 2013, 14, 15, 16. You should know this dude, man. Mike. All right, so, and he's not that expensive. In 9 years, he only made, I'm saying only because, you know, that's a lot of money. But I'm saying in football terminology, he only made $44 million, But, I wish I could say, man, I only made $44 million. But Mike, somebody reach out to Mike McCarthy and say, hey, bring this guy in. two or three, what you got over there? Lee, you said to a 2 or 3 year deal? Yeah. Shoo, let's get this dude. Let's go get this dude, man. Who Keith Floyd, you going to pass on him? I just look at it like this. Now, he's 31, and he only gave up 10 pressures. That ain't bad, though, I'm not looking at this right here. I want to say this again. What I don't want people to do is when we do these type of things. Uh-oh. Get out of here. All right. Well, all right. There we go. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. But pardon me. A little code breakdown. All right, bam. We do this. What I don't want you guys to do is pay attention. Don't pay attention to all of that. Don't pay attention to this. We're looking at snaps. Can you see that? You're looking at snaps. We're looking at total pressure, how many hits allowed, and sacks allowed. That's what we're looking at. And, of course, penalties, So that's what we're looking at. And so far, this guy, he's been one of those guys that he only allowed, hits allowed is 1, total pressure allowed is 10. That's not bad at all. And, of course, penalties, our guy that went off to Miami land had 15 of them. And that's saving 10 right here. So, and that's way over. That's 1,000 snaps. That's a lot of snaps, fam, So I'm looking at all of that, and this JC Tretter is looking pretty good. Appreciate you again, Lamb, for the 1,000 stars. Appreciate you as well, Otis, for the 200 stars, man. Appreciate you. What we have here? What Otis says? Otis. He says we have to get the run game going. Zeke and Tony have too much potential right now not to use them a lot. You know what? You're right on the money. The Cowboys really need to utilize my guy, Tony Pollard. They do. They do. Man, they really do.
Welcome back, Law, Cowboys fan from New Hampshire.
Appreciate you, Ron. Thank you for the donation there. And shout out to you. Is it Fraga? Let's go with it.
Has O-line turned into a pass rush run block?
Offensive line for the Cowboys, we've been in pass rush sets more than run block sets. That's the situation for us. Now, if you ask any offensive lineman, they would tell you they love, L-O-V-E, they love to. They flat out love to run block. And Akeem says Zeke is slower now. I feel you. But what we need to do is we understand that Ezekiel Elliott, he had the PCL tear. But there's nobody, collectively speaking, nobody that before that PCL tear will say, you know what, Ezekiel Elliott was looking terrible. No, PCL tear, Ezekiel Elliott started to look terrible. He still had his blocking assignments. So what we need to do now is to hold these coaches accountable. Appreciate you, Gambino. And what they need to do is say, okay, this is a contract year. This is a flat-out contract year for Tony Pollard. And I'm looking at this thing too. You got to make sure that you can get something back in return. I heard a storyline that even Jimmy Garoppolo, the 49ers are expecting to get two second-round draft picks for him or a second and a third for him. That's Jimmy J. And I'm not saying that Jimmy G is trash or anything, but dog, I can only imagine if he played for the Cowboys and it's time to trade him what we going to get, and it'll be absolutely nothing. Right? And Matt Ryan is essentially, what he going to the Colts for how much now? And they got a lot of things that they reinforce. They got some draft picks that's coming their way. Shoot, man, Ron says, shoot, I still get to play in the dome. I get a chance to breathe fresh air in a new situation. Almost see if I can pull a Matthew Stafford. I doubt it, though. You know. Dak is goated. Appreciate you. Dak Prescott was on. He was at his restaurant over there, and pretty much the colonies. And unfortunately, me and Boss Cowboy, we were supposed to be there today, but you guys see the weather outside. And if you're in Texas, and we both stay in the south part of Texas, and to travel that way, it was just been crazy at the spur of the moment. And shout out to Dak Prescott. He had the press conference today earlier. And now he said, yeah, we going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, thou shall decree a thing and it shall be established. But I said, man, if the world was made different, right, and if they were meeting up Wednesday juxtaposed to Monday, I would have been there. But, man, it was just crazy. Shout out to you, 70 at Shot Town. But it was rainy today in Dallas. And I can tell you one thing, and people in Dallas, they are not expert drivers when it's wet, especially over there about 35. But I feel you, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Maybe I'll play some of the audio of Dak Prescott in a few. David, appreciate you for
any updates on Bobby Wagner? What are your thoughts on using 2 airbase sets?
Yeah, she can't. Now, here's the thing. There's no updates on Bobby Wagner, right? The last update that we heard as far as a free agent guy was Jayron Kearse, right? And the other update was Zadarius Smith, that the Cowboys are considering a strong, option to look into Zadarius Smith. And I've literally seen people, shout out to you, D Green. He said, why are you talking about all driving? Man, it's just the truth. but here's the thing. Let me say this. If you guys had a choice right now, Zadarius Smith or Bobby Wagner, shout out to you, Jaquez, which one would you go with? Right now, straight up. Y'all put it down right now on this piece of chat right now. Oh, he's on his way. This is from BD Gray. Shout out to you, my dog. He says Zadarius is on his way to Minnesota. Okay. Bobby Wagner easily. Bobby. I see. Are we having a split decision right now? I could only imagine, Cowboy Nation, how y'all would feel. At the top of the hour, the Dallas Cowboys are now picking up Bobby Wagner. He will be the Mike linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. We will have more news at 7, but it appears that it will be a 2-year contract for Bobby Wagner. Now you can match up Parsons. You got Fowler on the edge as well as Dorrance Armstrong. You can literally, instead of worrying about Zadarius' bad back or what have you, you can literally go into this draft and draft an edge guy. All right, so all your draft experts right now, Cowboy Nation, because I really think that the Cowboys may go with offensive lineman. We got a big old hole at left guard right now, and we have a troublesome spot right now at left tackle, right? And nobody want an offensive lineman until you need it. And then a lot of people have a reservations on the center. So the Cowboys with the 24th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Linderbaum, or, Kenyon Green if he somehow falls, right? Zion Johnson, right? Zion Johnson, he is literally the strongest guy down there at the combine, right? Nobody threw 225 around faster and more than he did. All right, so I see a lot of people. With the 24th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Zion Johnson, right? So they select him. With that being said, and if you go, already have a Bobby Wags, right? You got Bobby Wags on your team. Are you, with the second round draft pick, are you looking at an edge rusher? Who will be the best edge rusher at that time? And what you guys don't want to happen too, and hear me out, is the Cowboys get comfortable with James Washington, not Denzel. And they say to you guys, all right, we already got our wide receiver gang. And you pass up on a good wide receiver in the second round. Is that a situation? Or, hear me out, Cowboy Nation. Hear me out. What do you guys want to do? Because we won't fool around. We got Jayron. We done read up Malik Hooker. So you can scratch out basically any safeties. Nope. I'm going wide receiver. But Griffin, they probably looking at it like, they got James Washington. You know what I'm saying? Dan Trencina, appreciate you all the way from Italy. He says, sign Odell Beckham. That would be a situation where Odell and Michael Gallup both rehabbing, right? And they're saying who's going to get back first at 100%. And baby, man, the Rams got Odell for so cheap for like $2 million, and he purchased his contract through Bitcoins, I believe. And at the time, he purchased it at the weirdest moment because Bitcoin was at a downward pattern with the latter part of the last quarter. So, yeah. Yeesh. But it's all good. Shout out to all of the Bitcoin people and the cryptocurrency makers out there. Y'all be careful now. If you cryptocurrency king, let me know, or queen. And if you Bitcoin savant, let me know too. If you one of those people that love Bitcoin, let me know. Coach Mar, appreciate you so much, man. I thank you for your love and prayers. You got a super chat. Appreciate you. We'll let the AI speak on that too. Shout out to y'all. Ray, shout out to you for the 200 stars. Defensive tackle in the second round, you have to go with Travis Jones if that's the case, if you're going with that. David says you draft best player available on the board. Now, I do agree with you, David. That's my philosophy. But look, when I say this, I'm trying to think like the Jones family. I am. And it's hard. It's hard. Because we do know the Jones family in the second round. That's when they like to take the gamble. Let the AI speak.
Wagner Law 1. His SB experience 2. Parson can rush more on passing downs 3. Parsons will grow so much learning from Wagner.
Coach Marv, you spitting the truth, man. I need to have an umbrella, man. Yeah. So you saying Wagner's your number one. I appreciate you. All right, so here's my truth about this. When I said the Cowboys love, LOVE, to gamble with injured players, we literally can see. In the second round, the Dallas Cowboys select that Ojabo. Is it David Ojabo? Ojabo. They would literally do that on you guys. So I'm just letting you know. And they said, hey man, he was at this pro day. He got his was it Achilles that got jacked all up, or it was the ACL? And they were talking about, hey man, we got us a guy that's in the second round, and he had a first round grade. He was top 10. K. Jackson, look, you said for real, for real. I'm not joking, though. I'm not joking. I'm telling y'all the truth. It's Achilles, a Jabo. Jabo isn't terrible. This is from Spiffy AC. But we know our family, right? We know our family now. We know our family. Now, what I would like for the Cowboys to do now, if that joker fool around, and I'm just saying joker, but, if that player, that young lad, because I don't want to say joker, because he been, people getting the bad heat from him for not showing passion. But if that guy, if he falls to the fourth, shoo. The Dallas Cowboys bring in Michigan edge rusher Ajabo. I think that's how you say his man's name. Ajabo. I'll be like, yeah, that's a good pick. But not in the second, though. He ain't going to be available until and you don't know what he's going to look like, Lamar, appreciate you.
With K Moore scheme, he doesn't scheme PPL open, need route runner. Who had best 3-cone T combine? Prayers, my bro.
Appreciate you so much, Lamar. Thank you so much, man. All around metrics, no one ran faster collectively. The 3-cone, the 20 shuttle, the 40 time, he didn't run the fastest. But on the 3-cone and the shuffle, the 20-yard shuffle, what other drill they did? I forgot what other drill. Calvin was the fastest. Calvin Austin. And if you can get him, put it like this. If you fool around and get Calvin Austin, that can be a situation that James Washington won't even make this tape. That's the situation how we can look into this. And Christian Watson, let me pull this up, man. Let me see if I can do this on the fly. Appreciate you, Sadiq. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can do this. It might be still here. It may be still here. It may not. It may not. It's not here anymore. But they used to have all of the. They took it away. Let me see if I got a search bar somewhere in here. Don't have a search bar. Stats. Maybe on the stats. No, they don't. Player search. Here we go. No, they ain't gonna have it here yet. They took it away. I was gonna show you guys the 3-cone, like who ran the fastest 3 cones and all of that stuff, but they took it off. Wise move, NFL. He. NFL like, nah, we ain't gonna keep that up all day. Nah. You ain't up there at all. Community salute to service NFL films. Draft schedule, nah. Videos, nah. They don't have it anymore up here. Screw them. Boo. All right, so Chef Mac, appreciate you for the donation. Thank you for doing that. And shout out to you, Sadiq with Charles. Thank you for your love and adulations.
Are they keeping Turner?
Malik Turner already gone. Malik Turner is on the free agent. Nobody picked him up yet.
Law, I am back. I miss you. I pray that you and your family are well.
Appreciate you and prayers to you as well. So all of these things, Cowboy Nation, what time we got? 5:44. Law Nation Sports, what's your draft prediction? I just predict that the Cowboys will draft an offensive lineman in the first, and then in the second round, they will go back to defense. And then the third round, they go on defense. And all of those fourth round defense. I think that the Cowboys really is going to do this. Offensive lineman, defense in the second, third round, maybe one of those wide receivers. I think the Cowboys will get Calvin Austin. I think so. I think that they're going to really figure out a way. Shout out to you, Randall. Thank you for the 145 stars, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your love and adulations. That's what I believe that the Cowboys can do. Lamar says,
Also explain why shuttle and 3-cone greater than 40 time.
shuttle and 3-cone is better than 40 times to me is because that's actuals. When you're playing football, there's a lot of short area quickness that I would like for wide receivers to have. I like more quick than fast wide receivers, and they can create that space and they can get upfield. And shuttle time and 3 cones is more of what you're going to do out there on the actual field in a straight line. Normally, you don't run a 40 time, right? You don't run a 40, So, but 40, what you want to look for too is even because Calvin, he was also top of the vertical jump, and also he was tops as they do the little long jump drill. And that also shows the explosive level of said player. Austin Lord, appreciate you. Let me see what Austin Lord have to say as well. Yeah, so.
Ilaw. Hope you're doing good, my guy. I appreciate all your dedication and passion for us, man. #Salute to the nation.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, I was down and out, baby, but I appreciate y'all for help elevating the nation. All right, so that's why I turned the volume up if you guys say that you have problems hearing. All right, so that's why I value the short area quickness more, because that's creating opportunities. You can be a slow runner, but you can still be a great route runner, right? So meaning that if you got short area quickness, if you're quick, you can get out there. Like I said before, I think that even Jerry Rice ran like a 4.740 or something like that. Michael Irvin ran a 4.640, right? Those guys are Hall of Famers, multi-millionaire, and Law sitting in this chair, I ran a 4.440, right? So, look, make this make sense, right? So it don't matter how fast you run the 40. It don't. But if you can run routes to the precise, and then on top of that, if you got good stamina, that goes a long way as well. So that's just how this thing goes. Appreciate you, Taki. Appreciate you. And Hilton, appreciate you. Trade some of the
25th round picks. Smiley face.
That's the situation there. That is absolutely the situation. Comp picks are tradable, and we got like 50 million of them in the 5th round. And we should be willing and dealing, Cowboy Nation. For those who just now looking in and tuning in, the Cowboys. Breaking news. Cowboys signed Jayron Kearse to a 2-year deal, $10 million. And Jayron Kearse is back in silver and blue, and he's blessed. And trust me, like I said, in 2019, the dude made $12,000 or something like that, from the Minnesota Vikings. So this is a blessing for him and his family. Last year, he was making minimum amount of money, not trying to say you count the man money, but this contract is a contract that he can build upon. He can feel comfortable and send his kids to the best schools available and don't have to worry about pulling his kid out of school and going to another city or town, right? And that's what we like to hear about these guys, like the storyline. Shout out to Rev. He says Jayron Kearse and B. Wags would put us back into contentions. Yeah, this is the right move. Yeah, Revs, appreciate you, man. I believe that. Kramer, appreciate you on the Twitter. But the Cowboys got to make it smart and wise. We got roughly about $20 million available in funds. The Cowboys should utilize and will and deal now at this point. They should. Yeah, Sugar Daddy said $12K practice squad money. Yep, and we ain't trying to count the man money, but that's just how it goes. So Jayron Kearse, and I think he could have made more than that. I think that was just the contract that they were willing to pay him. Let's see. Let me just be nosy again. Yeah, 2020. Yeah, the Ravens gave him $12,000. Said, okay, you can be on the practice squad. But he did make $1 million. He made 1.9 that year too. But they paid him $12,000. So this would be his fattest contract. In 6 seasons, he made $5.6 million. Right. So let me just make the correction. In 2020, he did get paid, but he got cut. And think about this: 33 1/3% goes to Uncle Sam. So that money that you're saying, that's a lot of money, Law. 33 1/3 goes to Uncle Sam, right? So what's 30% from $1 million? You can go ahead and do your quick math. Well, that's close to $2 million. What's 30% away from there? And then depending on your agents, they saying, okay, you owe me at least 10. So that joker was looking at it like, man, and then he had to move, purchase a house and everything. House is not cheap. And then you got to pay property taxes on them, depending on which house you go stay at. So in Dallas, maybe this star is going to look good on his resume from here on out. And this is his best season so far. So let's continue to be that, guy, what have you. Let's keep it going. So let's go, Cowboy Nation, on the corner side. Yeah, Zadarius visiting Minnesota today. Yeah, I heard about that. Somebody said that earlier. But we still shopping, right? We still looking. Supposedly, we still should be going out there looking for somebody. And let me type in this right quick. And if you type in the honey badger, let me see, because it was trending earlier. That's my guy, Jeff Kavanaugh. Appreciate him. And the Dallas Cowboys, Sports Illustrated, the Honey Badger dream, right? They talked about that. Zadarius would be a bigger signing than Honey Badger. This is from Brandon. Okay. Also, this was fake news from earlier, I believe. Yeah, from Justin Cohen. He pretty much catfished everybody, and he was saying that the Dallas Cowboys owner/GM, Jerry Wayne Jones, this morning from 105.3 The Fan, we met with Tyrann Mathieu this weekend, and Michael Parsons told Tyrann all about modeling, his play after him and blah, 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 blah. And I believe that even Parsons, he retweeted that and said, you know what, it's fake news, but it would be nice, basically. And that is the situation. It could be at play if the Cowboys, look, we sitting on money, right? And I can only think of ways I can have Jayron Kearse, right? Y'all look around. Y'all look around. Jordan Lewis not watching right now, right? You can literally put the Honey Badger in at Jayron Kearse, keep him on the field, and you can literally just pick Jordan Lewis up and move Jordan Lewis to the side, right? Who will get mad at Jordan Lewis coming off the bench and you put in the Honey Badger to play that role, And to be 100, Jordan Lewis, he's my dog. I love his skill set or what have you. But Honey Badger can play that role, right? And then you can still have switch-offs. You can slide the Honey Badger in at the free, right? Oh, my gosh, man. Y'all ain't going to like that part of it. Keith, what's good?
Do you offer a cup of coffee to Julio Jones?
Yeah. You bring Julio in, and I'm one of those guys that said Dez Bryant is better than Julio. Dez Bryant caught more touchdowns than Julio. And if Julio is still playing, Dez could be still playing, right? I was one of those guys. So, but here's the situation. Julio, shout out to him, Roll Tide, right? You bring him in and you say, Julio, you a vet, but ain't nobody carrying your pads. And this is Lamb's team right now as it relates to wide receiver. Lamb team. But we bringing you in to compete. But if I'm a betting man, Julio is going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Whenever Tom Brady reach out and say, hey, man, I want you to come. This is just fillers right now. And Julio always hurt. This is from D-Hood. Yeah, But at this point, I think Julio can bring more to the table than Noah Brown, right? Come on. Look, let's not fool ourselves, Cowboy Nation. We got, literally, before we signed James Washington, not Denzel, but before we signed him, we literally was going to go into week 1, and we don't know what the draft is going to look like. We literally was going to go into week 1 at CeeDee Lamb, Simi Fehoko, and Noah Brown, whoever we going to play up against, and Dalton Schultz. That was going to be our lineup. Shout out to you, Simmons. Thank you for the 200 stars on Facebook. So that was going to be our lineup, Cowboy Nation. So I really didn't want that. Because we like Lamb as it relates to going up against number 2s, occasionally 3s, and then when he got pressed real bad, they put him in the slot and they got him up in the middle of the field or what have you. That was cool. But now it's going to be, all right, I'm the number 1 DB. Where that 88 at? I'm looking for that 88. I'm getting in my stand. Where 88 at? Because I want to get off on stopping and shutting him down. Oh, Noah, man, don't worry about him, man. Put your third DB on him, dog. Hey, bracket him. Make sure that you got underneath covered on him if he get a little wild. But we're going to put my best DB on 88, and we rolling coverage. We rolling the safety over the top his way. And before we can do anything, I'm yelling out press. I'm pressing Lamb all day until he showed me on a consistent basis that he can beat the press. And that's against Lamb, and I like my dog Lamb. But if you go back and watch his college tape, that was one of his issues, getting off the jam. Now, Lamb got bigger. His releases is better now. He's going into his 3rd year. You think Lamb was big coming into his 2nd year. He's going to be a little bit bigger now. But shoot, man, until he beat me on a consistent basis, I'm pressing Lamb, and I got my safety over the top. Oh, and you want to kill me with Schultz? Kill me all day with 4 or 5 or 6 yards. Kill me. You just take your best shot. I will literally let you kill me with Schultz. I'm speaking figuratively, Facebook, because Facebook, that's a trigger word I forgot. So Facebook, I'm saying metaphorically speaking, however you say it, so somebody says, that's just what it is. No, bro. Z says Lamb is a beast. Y'all tweaking. No. He's still young. He's a young beast. But until that beast can prove that he can eat all day, I'm going to test him as a DB. As a DB, we're going to test him. And then we're going to have the safety over the top just for that extra security blanket. We going to live one-on-one. Simi and Noah, we going to live one-on-one. Y'all do y'all best with them. Matter of fact, play 6-7 yards off and you just zone them. But we're going to press Lamb, and I'm going to have the safety over the top to roll. That's just how it goes. And then Lamb, either he can come out a legend or he can come out as a bust. That's the only 2 things. And that's just the reality of it. That just until he can prove that he going to win day in and day out. Let me know if I'm wrong. And I think that Lamb will eat. He will get those boys right. And I think that Lamb, for what we saw from the year 1 and year 2, year 3 is going to be even better. But you still got to prove it out there one-on-one, right? You still got to prove it out there on the field against the number 1 DB. And that's just what he's going to get. Now, Lamb is not going to get slaughtered. No, he's not going to get slaughtered, baby. I think the Lamb is going to prevail. But that's how a team is going to play him. You think Like, y'all really think teams going to look at Lamb and say, okay, we're going to respect him. We're going to play 10 yards off, and we're going to keep the other safe. Look, he's not that type of receiver anyhow, right? They're going to be like, nah, dog, put your best DB on him, man him up, press him. You know, that's just how it is. I wish I could lie to kick it to you guys, but I'm not. All right, so Lau, how we got $26 million? Kearse, Fowler, in Washington, blah, blah, blah. This is from Toby Rohrer. All right, so we do know that when you sign players to contracts, you could designate money to go off against the cap differently. You can what they call prorate. So for right now, yes, this update is not is going to be updated in the next 24 hours. But just doing my quick math, we still should have about at least $15 to maybe $14 million, $14 to maybe $15 million available. And then we're going to get an extra money whenever we extend or whatever the contract language of Schultz deal. You can put more money into the pot because the $10 million is already taken away from here. So roughly, and then you got your futures money, which will be after June 1st for La'el Collins. You're going to get $10 million. None of these signings are going to be $10 million. Like, I don't think that Bobby Wagner is going to be a $10 to $11 million cap hit if you sign him to a 2-year contract. I think that, if anything, Cowboy Nation, you sign him to a 2 or maybe 3-year deal, and then you can make the last year avoidable, what have you, and you can split this thing all the way around. It could be literally tomorrow. Bobby Wagner signed a $120 million with only 5. It can be literally a $50 million deal for Bobby Wagner, to be honest with you guys, and we would still have enough money. What I want to show you guys one thing. Appreciate you guys so much for jumping in. I just got to show you one thing. Here we go. Come on in. And then shout out to you, Coach Marv, for another donation here. We got him coming in now.
Get Pat Peterson, put Bossman at slot, cut Brown or Lewis defense all the way law.
I don't like Pat Peterson, man, one-on-one as a DB anymore. I don't like him as a DB. I think that Patrick Peterson probably would be better suited as converting over to a safety. That's just my thoughts, and I could be wrong. And Key Derrick says, how do you feel about Antonio Brown? I don't think the Cowboys, I'm just looking at what's going on with Randy Gregory, I don't think collectively the Cowboys will know how to handle Antonio Brown when things go, a little off a little bit. And that's just my thoughts on everything. It is. Let me see if I can do this right quick. Bear with me, Cowboy Nation. Bear with me. Hail Mary. What do we have here now? We're going to pull this one up right here. I want to pull it up. Come on. Here we go. Windows capture. Good. All right. Pull this around here. I'm going to do it this way. Just want to show you guys something about the money, because so many people are always worried about the money. And I want you guys, when I pull this up, I want you guys to think openly. Don't want you guys to be thinking like in a box. I just want you guys to really think openly when I pull this up. Let me see if I can. I'm building the plane while it's in the air, so y'all bear with me. Property, and we're going to go with bam. Done. Okay, y'all can see that. All right, so you guys can see that portion. Appreciate you, Jacob. Thank you. And we're gonna build this thing straight up just like that. All right. We battling it through. Come on, thing. Why it look like that? Let me go like this. Bam. Then we're gonna go. And then we're gonna go. All right. Let me know if you guys can see that on the screen. Give me a thumbs up if you can see that. I'm gonna go. All right. So the salary cap, which will be always adjustable number. What I want you guys to pay close attention to. We know it's 208. That's the salary cap. In 2023, the salary cap figure for the Cowboys will be 239. Hear me out. The TV deal is kicking in. For 2024, we have 284. Hear me out. Hear me out. This thing in 2025, this update, it jumps from that number to 387. You guys can see that, right? And when we pull up, let me just go ahead and go to 2027 in this update. It's going to jump up to $798 million, you know. So when you look at teams, the way they calibrated their salary cap or what have you, I want you guys to understand that even with the Von Miller contract, I heard so many people say, oh, man, you can't pay 6 years, $120 million, whatever it is. Or you can't even give Deshaun Watson $230 million guaranteed. That's more than $250 million, right? But I'm telling people that these deals are coming through. And I get it, you know, some of these things are going to be adjusted. Some of these things are not going to be actual. But Spot Rack been so close to the numbers in the last 3 to 4 years, I'm willing to put money down myself. You know what I'm saying? To say that it's going to be close to this number. And then when you go and do your own independent research on Amazon, that deal that they struck with the NFL. And even if you go order, you could go order right now a watch and some flip-flops. And before I hit end, and if you in the big city, you be hearing knocking at the door, and there'll be a package. By the time you walk to the door to see who it is, the Amazon guy will be and drove off. And you got you a watch and a flip-flop. You know what I'm saying? Some flip-flops. Whatever color. It could be Taste the Rainbow, you know. And that's just how it is, Cowboy Nation. So I don't want you guys to be so drawn in to the salary cap and saying that these guys can't afford. This is 2025. That's $387 million. So these contracts are going to look big. And I get it. Like, y'all so minded, y'all so thinking that the contract, the money, you know, we can't get this player because of the money. That's bullsugar, right? It's flat out bullsugar. The money will be there. It will. It will be there. So even the Dallas Cowboys this season, they will have the money, you know, to go. Look, I literally said they can sign Zadarius. They can flat out go sign Bobby Wagner. And they can go sign the Honey Badger. And it won't hurt them. It won't. And I heard somebody say, hey, well, Law, they got to worry about paying Trayvon Diggs. They got to worry about paying Parsons. I'm like, wait a minute. No. It's about winning now. Now, we got Jayron Kearse for 2 years for $10 million. And if he plays a little bit better than what they said as far as the contract, which is on paper, he get an extra $1 million. Let that sink in, Cowboy Nation. So I don't want to take all your time. I just want to tell you guys that this team have the ability to sign guys, Jarvis Landry is available. Shout out to you, Jacob. Appreciate you. And Christopher, thank you for the 99 stars.
We are running out of youth on the offensive line. Why do you think they aren't addressing this in FA?
I think that they're going to address offensive line in the draft. That's why I said with the 24th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Linderbaum, or the Dallas Cowboys going to get Zion Johnson. I see the Cowboys. I would not be surprised if the Cowboys double dip at offensive lineman. I would not be surprised. I would not. And that's just how it goes from there. JJ Newton, appreciate you for the donation.
Landry available? Bring him in for an espresso.
All right, so the Cleveland Browns, they reach back out to Jarvis, and they trying to work out a deal with them. They are. They trying to bring him back in, and one of the salesmen will be Deshaun Watson. Now, here's the thing. Deshaun Watson, he's going through a civil case now, although legally he's a free man. He's innocent. They pull and they drop all charges, but the civil situation is now going through, and you can still, depending on how you look at that, is it morally wrong or right, what have you. But I do know a certain player that was innocent, never been arrested, got suspended for 6 games. But we're not finna bring up his name. And he'd never been the same ever since then. But it is what it is. Landry is solid, JJ. Yeah. Right now, instead of giving the money to Noah Brown and James Washington, I would have gave the money to Jarvis Landry. Juice. And if you want to cry about, hey, a guy can take the top off the defense and all of that, which is cool or what have you, and I know people can look at Jarvis and say, okay, he's slow, he's not as elusive as or the upside as it relates to James Washington. But I look at it like, man, shoot, look at this draft class. I can go get me a James Washington out of this draft class. But it is what it is. Raw, the truth. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, but it is what it is. I just look at it like this. After the draft, that's what the Cowboys are really banking on. If these guys can survive after the draft, then they will pick up a veteran, some more and more people to bring in 4 cups of coffee. Cash said he would have let Schultz walk and bring in OJ. Just tell him, leave the knife and, bring in OJ. Yeah, I feel you. All right, Cowboy Nation, I've been talking to you guys long enough. Be sure to hit that like, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. The name is Law Nation. Let's continue to grind and shine. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. And if you're watching and you have not hit that like button right now, man, come on, man. Come on.
Shame.
Come on, man.
Shame. Shame.
Let's get up out of here, baby. Oscar said there's a Raider Nation. Is there such a thing as a Raiders Nation? I know there's a Law Nation and there's Cowboy Nation. But shout out to you, man, and your Raiders Nation. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to you, D-Hood. Shout out to you, M4D. What's good, man? Man, appreciate you. Shout out to you, Chuck. Shout out to you, Alfred. Shout out to you, Gambino. Appreciate you. Peace to you, Tyler. Cedric. Don't forget, Cowboy Nation, for those who make the donation to help elevate the nation, get a chance. Give me this jersey. to get your name entered into the drawing. As well, if you join the Halftime app, it's in the description box. Your name is auto-entered in. We'll be doing a drawing at the end of this month. I hope the person that wins this jersey, the playmaker, the 88, Michael Irvin, wear it in all Cowboys fashion. If not, you put it in a frame and hang it on the wall, baby. 'Cause I've seen some people say, man, I don't wear another person's name. I feel you. I feel you, baby. Shout out to everybody, man. Thank y'all for the prayers, baby. I really do appreciate that. I really do. Goes a long way, man. I was down and out. It hurt knowing that my family member is going through that. But we back at it, baby. We all one big family.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Let's go.
This is Sparta!
Shout out to you, Stephen White.
I want me some glory holes.
No more of that, Jerry Jones. Let's go. Shout out to you, Law. Appreciate you, Hatcher. Appreciate you. Don't resend that man's tag now. That's bad karma. Anyway,
Breaking news.
prayers to you guys. Let's go, baby. Yep. Shout out to Brain Dakota Prescott, too. Shout out to you. 321. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Curtis. Sally Lawyer, appreciate you for the 100 stars. Let's go. Shout out to my dog, J-Rock. Shout out to him, baby. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. I'll look it up. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for that. One way or another. Shout out to you, Rodney White. Trying to read all your comments now. Let's go.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Prayers to you, Jay Lombardi. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last
To the
bite
Thomas
for
family
you,
and you.
for you.
The
Prayers to
Duke
the Thomas family. Praying gesture. Appreciate you, Law.
No doubt, man. Appreciate y'all.
Dangerous to go alone.
Prayers to the Thomas family. Praying gesture. Appreciate you, Law.
Could I be your player too? I'll follow.
This is Sparta!
Whatever you do, play it too. Seven years of the perfect love, 7 more and another one, and another.
Shout out to you, Lance Bell, Kevin, appreciate you, and Kenneth, all on the Cash App. Shout out to y'all, Aaron Jones, appreciate you. Arnold Jones, I'm sorry, appreciate you, man. Y'all names are entered into the drawing. Let's go. We up out of here.
Grain can fly. Fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Had to hear that last note. Salute.